Well, hello. How about a pick a card reading from your metal dog? This is going to be an inner child reading. So I'm going to pull a card for 4 different inner children, and this is how they will be appearing in your life right now. So you may resonate with the feeling of the card. And then you would go and pick that number. You could be represented by all 4 of these moods or modes of being. Some people identify with having multiple inner children. You might just relate to one of them. So then you can go ahead and go to the timestamps below and click ahead to the inner child that you want to get the reading for. Okay? And the transitions will be, things you want to skip. Okay? All right. So let's see what each of these inner kids wants to be. All right. See what resonates. And click to that timestamp. Okay. The first inner child is appearing as Temperance. Beautiful energy of waiting. Could be just waiting, depending on divine help. We can see a fairy with her back to us, her arms raised. Temperance is an alchemizing mode, often represented by sort of measuring your feelings back and forth until you get the right concoction. So it's an energy of waiting. So there's a kind of faith-filled energy of waiting that is coming in from that inner child. So that will be number 1, okay? And I will review these after we do them all. Number 2, wow, the Empress. This is an inner child that is about the earth. I just really see those joyful bunny rabbits leaping around her head. She could be even so young that she is still in the womb. I think of this as the golden baby, the one who's in here, who still remembers her power and her wisdom from the past life. So this is a very powerful, beautiful part of you that may be full of faith, full of power, wise. So that is number 2, the Empress. Oh, I'm so very happy that inner kid is here. Number 3, the 6 of Water. Definitely the card of the inner child in this deck. This is you, little, and you totally being happy and at ease with yourself. This is a very healthy relationship. Again, we can see the bunny rabbits here, as in the Empress card that we just saw. This is a young person who has yet to be injured, who has yet to build a defense. A lovely, playful energy. And 4th, we have a Queen of Earth. Again, with the bunny rabbits there. That's very interesting. So the Queen of Earth, I call her the security queen. She is looking outside of herself for support, and somebody else is needed to provide her security. So this would be how you are manifesting, how your inner kid is manifesting. So we have here a very faith-filled person who waits. Can be a little stuck, frustrating. We will find out more. That's number 1. Number 2, the golden baby, the one who has yet to be born, knows fully of her or his power or their power. Thirdly, someone who is the unstruck heart, who is playful and magical and feels supported and open, a young child. And then the 4th, number 4, the one that is really seeks security, is very concerned about wealth, security, could be looking for that in another person. Okay? So you click ahead to the timestamp for the one you want. We're going to continue into number 1 here, which is, I gotta write this down, 520. All right, so number 1, we have Temperance. So this is the one who waits. Very full of faith in the divine. Maybe a very spiritual inner child. So let's see. I've got, we're going to pull 4 cards, and then we will clarify as needed. And the first card, so I think about how the inner kid appears in your life. So this is going to be you. It's you. It's how you're feeling, and it's how you're acting. And it appears that you are waiting on the divine. You're waiting for a sign. You're waiting for the right moment. You might be a little stuck feeling. It's a very emotional place. And there is a feeling of the mix of practical and emotional that's very important here. So let's see. I know this is itchy. I don't know what's going on with that. I've seen that with tarot readers with the itchy nose. Anyway, okay. So the first card we're going to pull is, what gift does this inner child bring? This child brings the 7 of Swords, an amazing capacity for privacy, secrecy. It's like this kid can really keep a secret. She's a vault, or he's a vault, or they're a vault. Can be frustrating to be around somebody who is this closed and able to keep things inside here. The dream of this inner child. The dream of this inner child is a Queen of Cups. This is actually the opposite of being secretive and private. It's just a Queen of Cups is absolutely open about her feelings. Okay. All right. This is what's hidden from you, what you don't know, but the tarot wants you to know. It's the wild card. And we get a King of Wands. Very powerful, determined energy of leadership here. Okay. And how to bring forth the gifts of the inner child. We have an Ace of Swords. It's a truth. So to tell the truth. Okay. So what happened here with this inner child is they come up from a place where they don't get access to the truth. They're quite wise about what's happening, but they've learned to not talk about it. It's as if they have been punished for telling the truth, and so they tend to keep things inside. This is a strength of theirs. This is their gift, and they depend on it, and it isolates them. Okay, so their strength of perhaps omission, even dishonesty, of not telling the truth, like this is their protection. They dream of being open, of being free to go into the emotional depths and to express from there. And what the tarot wants you to know is that if you are able to grow up and become this kind of leader in your own life, this is standing with yourself with the nobility of the King of Wands. There's an inspiration here, right? This inner kid is looking for divine inspiration. This is you receiving that divine inspiration. And so when you become the leader of your life, when you learn to stand with yourself and to quit disavowing your emotions and to be honest about them and to tell the truth, that this liberates this little one from secrecy, omission, lies. So this is typically a journey of the inner child healing is one in which you, the grown-up version of yourself, become the grown-up that your kid needs so that they can be free to be who they want to be. And I had intended for the gift of the inner child card to be about what they can offer when you heal, by telling the truth. And what I think is that even though they want to be open, like the Queen of Cups, they are always going to be an amazing friend who's able to be quiet, right? So we see Temperance like this amazing patience and quiet and measured. So that this inner kid is an amazing listener, and she or he or they can keep a secret. And I think that even if we give up being even dishonest or keeping secrets to a fault, the ability to be quiet and to hold other people's secrets makes for a great friend. But in order to do that, to heal, this one wants you, the grown-up in your life, to be as strong and inspired as the King of Wands, to be the leader. Okay? On the bottom here we have the Hermit, card of Virgo. This is very much about you going into your inner wisdom so that you have this truth that you share with yourself, your inner kid, and you. You share this truth with yourself. It's a capacity for privacy and solitude that I see here. This is a very quiet, gentle being that is supported when you are this magnanimous king of the beasts for that kid. Like, this one needs protection. And so privacy and solitude are very important, but so is the truth. So is coming out of denial and telling the truth here. So that is the reading for the first inner child, and I hope you found that useful. I am now going to move on to inner child number 2. And we're going to go at 12. All right, so here we are, inner child 2, the golden baby, the one still in the womb, the Empress card here. Very beautiful little being who knows their power. This is how this one is appearing in your life. I feel like it's a knowing in your place. I think of a concept I learned from a yoga teacher, the unstruck heart, the unstruck place. Either way, it's the place, and I believe it resides in our hearts where we have never been wounded. And the Empress is holding that powerful place. She's also wise from the past life. So if you feel connected to a previous life, there's a part of me, I call it the golden baby, who is wise and generous and forgiving. It's just the old self that has been born again in this life. So let's find out about our Empress here. Okay, so the first card we're going to pull is, what is the gift that this inner child brings into the world? Let's see what we come to here. We have the 7 of Pentacles. This is someone who can put the work in, and very, very patiently wait for the fruit to be born of that labor. So I feel like all of the beautiful natural world that is reflected in both of these cards here is, it's a kind of wisdom about doing your part and letting the rest unfold that this one brings. Okay? Second, what does this inner child dream of? This inner child dreams of healing in the mind. Healing the mind. 4 of Swords. Going alone to a sanctuary and healing in the realm of concepts. She's going like this. It's a very need for rest here. She dreams of a quiet mind after a busy day. Okay? The tarot wants you to know. This is what is hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know. There is a 3 of Pentacles. There is an opportunity to build with others, to make real what is a vision. And how to bring forth the gifts of the inner child. A 4 of Cups. This is actually a very limited worldview of ho-hum, been there, done that, I've seen it all, I don't expect much out of life at all. So the 4 of Cups is an opportunity to see that there are possibilities beyond your experience and beyond your imagination. So that is what you need to heal. I feel like you've forgotten what this inner child knew. Because your life has been emotionally disappointing. Impoverished emotionally. And so that is why this golden baby, who knows better than you, wants you to have this time to heal and to envision and build a beautiful world that is built of music, of art, of inspiration. And she knows how to do this, or he or they. I always want to say she, sorry. So this inner child knows how to do this. You plant the seeds and then you let the rest happen. You know, the earth is bountiful. So you do your part and then you watch it unfold. I feel like that is the message of this inner child. Very simple messages. I haven't really needed to clarify. Yes, and there it is. Okay. On the bottom, to affirm this, the Magician, this is you manifesting. This is exactly what this Empress inner child knows. This golden baby knows that you can make whatever world you want, right? That's what this is about. This is what the tarot affirms. In order to do that, you need to heal your mind. You've come from lack, from disappointment, from emotional discontent and lack of inspiration. There's also justice here, right? She has access to the truth. She has emotional balance. The cups and the swords are in balance. It feels to me like you can envision a just society. And that you don't need to do it all by yourself, and if you stop focusing on how disappointing everybody else is, and that I feel that this one, the way that you are, is frustrated and alone here in your 4 of Cups state. And so when you shift your perspective to see that, in fact, if you change your mind, if you heal your mind, the swords here, that, remember, she has the truth. You can have justice by revising your idea of others. You do your part, they're going to do their part, the earth will do her part, and we can have the dream. We can make this beautiful world together. 3 of Pentacles is about doing it together with others. There's ideas, there's builders, there's financiers of a project, and all together, collaboratively, we make the world that the Empress can make. And this golden baby, this inner child, Empress, in you knows this and wants you to remember this. She will actually show you how to do it, or he, they. And that is the message of the second inner child, the Empress. We will now move on to the third. All right. So I'm going to put down the timestamp. Bear with me if you're still hanging out. All right. So inner child number 3, the 6 of water. This lovely little being who is quite authentic and full of magic and belief, and it feels safe. It's wonderful that you are able to have this. You're providing an environment for your inner child to feel loved and protected. Like she can just, or he can just, or they can just let their mind run with magic, openness, authenticity. So let's find out more about this one. This one wants me to shuffle the deck. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to pull here is the gift that this inner child has. This is an Ace of Cups. Absolutely a beautiful heart, overflowing, divine love. Very, very loving. You can see the sun, which would represent authenticity, joy. Beautiful. The kind of innocence that we definitely see here. This one has, and I don't mean innocence like purity or puritanically. I mean like they are just an open heart. They're not defended because they've suffered. Or in some way you've made it possible for them to be undefended through your recovery from your trauma or from life. Like, you know, inner kids get created through trauma, but you can heal them and then they become this Ace of Cups. It's beautiful. 6 of water here. Okay. The dream of this inner child. This inner child dreams of the Hanged Man, of a changed perspective. So they want you, I think, to see things in a new way, or there to be a new perspective that comes into the world. The tarot says that this hidden from you is a 9 of Wands. So this tells me that you have struggled. Even though we have this beautiful Ace of Cups inner kid, this is something that you learned through struggle. That has made you wise. And I can see in this dog's face, like that Ace of Cups, like, yeah, I'm tired. Yeah, you know, I've been fetching this stick and I'm sitting down with it now. I'm going to chew on it a little bit, but I am full of joy. There's a joyousness in this 9 of Wands. Usually it's a very tired but very inspired being. So yeah, I see you having given this inner kid the recovery needed to bring forth this beautiful Ace of Cups, this gift. But they want a changed perspective. So how do we get this? What's the advice here? The advice is a 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles, a limited worldview. You have to cling so hard to these 4 pentacles when in fact you could have infinite pentacles. So this is a perspective shift, just like the Hanged Man. This is the little one here wants you to also feel free, to also give up control. This one that you have healed and protected and provided a safe space for, joyfully. It's a very beautiful recovery you have brought this one. This one wants you to have this as well. So what's happening here is we can see you and you were protective of this little one. And she's free to be like this, or he, or they. I keep saying she, but I'm correcting, right? I should say they, and then we could just be non-binary and done with it. So they feel protected by you, but they want you to release control in some way. So they want you to see things in a way where you don't have to be so in control. Release control in some way. I feel like I need more information. Let me see what's on the bottom of the deck here. The High Priestess. This is intuitive knowing. This is, wow, okay. No kidding. Wow. Okay, simple. Your inner kid, this Ace of Cups, it's a divine love that they bring. They're actually what they want. They're offering you, like you have been taking charge like this guy. You protected your inner kid. You provided a safe place for this part of you to flourish. But what the inner kid sees as lacking from your life is a spiritual connection that you can feel that this High Priestess who's up here, here's the new moon. That's right now we're having a new moon. Literally as I do this reading, new moon in Gemini. But this one is like a goddess, a god, a higher power, the divine, is out there to hold you so that you can be released from protecting an overdeveloped sense of responsibility. Even though you do this beautifully and with joy, your inner kid just simply dreams of you releasing control and turning your life over to a higher power that has you, that loves you, that wishes you to be happy and joyous and free, like her, like them, like your little one. And that is the message of the third inner child. Okay, I'm going to move on to the fourth. Here we go. Okay. All right, now we move to the fourth inner child, represented here by the Queen of Earth. This one is very much concerned about security, maybe looking to others to provide that security. So let's find out more about this inner kid. All right. All of these inner kids are just so beautiful and wonderful and simple in their messages. So I haven't had to clarify at all, although I have a deck here to do so, should that be needed. So here we have the fourth inner child, the Queen of Earth. Beautiful fairy, little earthy fairy. Okay, I'm going to go to the good tarot for this one. So the first card we're going to pull is a card representing the gift of this inner child, the talent, the gift. We have the Four of Air. This is an ability to go alone, to heal. Perhaps a capacity to heal others. And the air would be the mind, so concepts as the route of healing. Okay. The dream of this inner child is the Six of Water. This is inner child work, but it's also nostalgia. It's something from the past. Yeah, this is a very thoughtful, deep part of you, this one. What's hidden from you that the tarot wants you to know is the Queen of Fire. Willpower. Queen of the Law of Attraction. Sexy as heck. It's like you don't know how you are, how you appear. You're very inward. Okay. And then how to bring forth the inner child's gift. The Hierophant. It can be the card of structural power, church and state. This one is a very different Hierophant. She's a very powerful priestess, right? Like the magician, she has all the tools. There's the moon, that she's under the moon. We are under a new moon in Gemini at the moment. Literally, sun and moon are conjunct as I do this reading. Interesting. This deck is very difficult to read today. And there's the King of Earth and the Sun and the Two of Fire. Ooh, a lot. Okay. So remember I told you that this one, this inner kid, they seek a partner. And here he is, the King of Earth. They seek the partner who provides, the security king. Kind of boring. So they tend to look towards another for security, for happiness, the Sun. Absolute happiness and authenticity is found in partnership. That's not necessarily true. So, but there is a vision here, the Two of Fire, this little one on the giraffe following the light. It's a vision for the world of being alone, the hermit. I'm going to have to clarify this. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, so let's clarify. I'm going to just take time and understand this. So let's find out more. Because I don't trust myself, because I'm prejudiced against the Queen and King of Earth. Let me just admit that right out. It's not that I don't find them lovely. I just am challenged because of my life by putting your happiness into the expectation of another, right? So I've read this as a limitation, and I think of it as a vulnerability when you look outside of yourself for happiness. And so I'm seeing, I gotta clarify, okay? So the gift of this one is in a capacity to heal, this little philosophical inner child. Maybe when she has this partner, she's able to envision and she feels safe to go into herself, into the solitude of the hermit and the Four of the Air. They're both solitary, looking to your own inner light. And I really see this one following this light, and I see that you hold this light. This is how you appear. You're not the Queen of Earth, you're the Queen of Fire. That's what I feel like is being told to you here. So, but let's clarify, because as I've admitted, I have my prejudices. Let's clarify. Four of Air. There's the Queen of Wands again. Okay. The Hierophant, this is how to heal. The Queen of Wands. Okay. And the Chariot. Wow. Okay. The gift of your inner child is that to heal, and you can get here from being externally dependent on somebody else for your happiness, into like looking into yourself and finding out you're in fact the Queen of Fire, the Queen of Inspiration. Here you are. This is you. Look at the light of all of these fires. This is you are very, very powerful. You have all of this energy of the Chariot, like a herd of horses. You're so powerful. Your skill is to heal. This is your inner child's ability, is to heal others so that they see they are the Queen of Fire. To feel very powerful in their world, to look to their own light, and then to bring that forth into the world. That is what this Queen of Earth kid in you can do. But let's see. Their dream is a 6 of water. The Six of Cups. It's like a soulmate card. That seems very clear to me. Queen has the King of Earth, right? This is a dream of a partner. Let's find out more about this soulmate connection. It's somebody else who has a strong, sweet inner child. 3 cards pop out for us here. There's a Knight of Voices, truth, to bring a messenger of truth. I see this beautiful magical Pegasus, the sun bursting out from behind the clouds, or an eclipse. There's a 5 of emotions, broken heart, losses. You can also shift your perspective to see what you have, that there's usually, actually, you focus on the lost 3, but there is a 2 of Cups that you can turn to, and a 5 of emotions. And then there is a 5 of inspiration, a chaos that is creative, competitive, no leadership. So the dream to have this soulmate, the truth is, it has been frustrated. It is only in the realm of fantasy. And that when you've had this, it's been so disruptive. You've been hurt. You've been confused. You lose who you are in love. And so this dream, what it feels like to me is this dream of this inner child is a problem. It limits her ability to be her full Queen of Inspiration, Queen of Fire self. But let's find out. So this is what the tarot wants you to know. What's hidden is this. I feel like it's hidden in you, your own Queen of Fire, this independence, the Queen of the Law of Attraction here. There is more pain. This 10 of Voices, 10 of Swords. There's kind of surrender here. Like, that's the end of a cycle in the mind. And you surrender. And there's something new after this, a new day. It looks like an emotionally fulfilling solitude, the 9 of emotions, 9 of Cups. Wish fulfillment on your own. And there is a broken heart, 3 of Voices. You've had so much pain and betrayal in love that you are able to be emotionally fulfilled and complete and inspired on your own only. When you're with somebody else, it just completely throws you off. And yet you have this part of you that yearns for partnership. What she does from that suffering is she helps other people see how incredible they are. That's her gift. She's very powerful. People come to her for counsel. She says, look at you. You are the Queen of Fire. It's a very powerful healing ability that she has for others, but not for herself. For you. You don't have this for yourself. How do we heal this? The Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant. Let's find out more about that. The Hierophant is a counselor for others. It's almost like, in an obvious way, the Hierophant, you need your own therapist. You need a counselor. You need a teacher. You need somebody to help you see that you are also, you need to have somebody else give you what you've given others. And then can you get this dream of love, of a soulmate? Let's see. 7 of Materials. You put in the work, you plant your seed, you wait for it to grow. It's very beautiful. So that's some work. The Emperor. Being the leader of your life, of your own life, or somebody else who's a leader. And the wheel, change of fortune. Then luck changes in your favor. Yeah, very simple. Very simple message. The message is you go to somebody that gives you the healing that you've given others. You have been other people's counselor, Hierophant, and you need to get counseling. You need to put in work. And when you put in the work, 7 of materials or pentacles, you become this confident of yourself. Couldn't be more confident than the Emperor. And then, once you have done that work, you see the universe will turn, the wheel will turn, and things will move in your favor towards the direction of your dreams. And what we get here is, first of all, this is you on your own, 9 of materials, right? We saw this is the Hermit. This is you in your beautiful home, complete in and of yourself, looking to yourself. It's very much like card of the Hermit. It's very earthy, Virgo energy. You first have to envision this world of solitude where you look to your inner light. And then what happens? Then you find balance. And then you find the mirror, the muse of emotions. It's the King of Cups in the tarot. Here we see also a 2 of Cups. This is the soulmate. It could be you being your match for yourself, because we see, like, looking in the mirror, they're the same person. The muse of emotions, or the King of Cups, is emotionally mature, is very unselfish about their feelings, because they have a kingdom. They care about their kingdom, and so they're not going to use you as their therapist. In fact, they'll probably be present for you in the way that you have been present for others. And so this is a process that you go on in healing this Queen of Earth inner kid that has been looking for a partner and is instead completely dismantled and hurt and abandoned, and is only able to be happy alone. She needs counseling. She needs to do work to change this fate. And when you do this work, which is going to mean that you do spend time alone, that you do see a world in which you get to look to your own inner light, and find a way of balancing your solitary need to know that you are the Queen of Fire, and your dream of partnership. And whether that partner is you and you, or a King of Cups, a muse of emotions who is emotionally supportive in the way that you have always been for others, it remains to be seen. I think that the advice here is that you have a fantasy of a soulmate, and yet you haven't found the one yet who treats you with love and respect. You've found inequality in relationships, and you've ended up hurt, taken from, and confused about who you are. And so then it's a long process to come back to who you are, and it looks like you need help from a Hierophant in this journey. So I hope this helps you, my dear, and I enjoyed these inner child readings. So have a beautiful day. All right, bye-bye.